This is a story about a younger sister of mine right here. She was 15 years old here, and this was me just a few years after I had left. When she came to me on this specific day, she had learned a lot of things about the Amish church rules and regulations and things that she didn't agree with. 15 years old. Basically, she woke up. So I let her come and stay an entire day with me. She dressed in non-Amish clothing. Those were my clothes. She let her hair down, listened to music, watched TV. We ate different types of food, and she poured her heart out to me. But here's the tricky thing. She was still a minor at this point in time. And so I told her, I said, here, there's a couple options here. I said, you can choose to stay if you want, but that would put both of our lives in jeopardy, because the last thing I want to happen here is that someone comes and picks you up to take you back home because you're a minor and you have to go home against your will. The other option is that you go back home and you wait a few years and then you leave if you still want to leave. Here's what happened. After she spent an entire day with me, she ended up going back home for good reason. And she told everything to our mom. Everything. The things that she was not happy with within the church. And she told our mom that she spent an entire day with me. She told our mom about things that I shared with her that were the truth, and that she doesn't have to be Amish in order to get to heaven and be a good person. All of those things. And what happened thereafter is what happens to many Amish kids or kids specifically, if they tell their parents. So many of you have asked before, what would have happened if I told my parents or my family that I was leaving? And here is an example. So after she tells my mom everything, my mom, not knowing any better, because these are the things that my mom has been taught by the church, is that if you leave, everything about that decision is wrong, and everything that I told her that is truth outside of the Amish community, who God is and how he actually loves you, and how leaving isn't wrong, and that you're not just going to go to hell for leaving the Amish community, that she was told was a lie. And so that's a fear tactic, but that's religion, right? So that is fear. That fear becomes such a stronghold on the mind and the body, physically, mentally, and emotionally, that my sister full on decided at that point in time that she would never leave, because that fear and what the church has taught her, and then what my mom ended up sharing out of the goodness of her heart, because that's what my mom, in general, I don't know if she still believes that, but I know that she believed it back then. And so now my sister is in her 20s. She got married. She has a family, and she never left. And that is the story of what will happen to a lot of them if they tell their family or their parents that they are thinking about or planning on leaving.